Hi fellow Magna owners. Okay, so let's get straight to it. This is how you jack up a Magna. Right here is the frame rail, and what you want to do is put a piece of cloth on your jack so you don't mar your paint, and jack it up by that frame rail right there. Then use a jack stand right on that cross member. So then on the other side of the bike you're going to want to put a couple blocks so that you can raise the other side so that it'll be even when it's finally all the way jacked up. First things first, 12mm wrench, you're going to need that for the top of your shock tower, and the rear exhaust hanger, which you will need to get off before you take anything else off so you can have some leeway to get to the bottom of the shock tower, which is a 14mm wrench. Here's a tip: put a jack underneath your rear wheel so that you can decompress your suspension while you're uninstalling them, because it makes it much easier to take them off the bushings that way. So same process for the other side. Remember to start with the exhaust hanger and then the 12mm wrench for the top of the shock tower and a 14mm wrench for the bottom of the shock tower. It should come out really easy as soon as you jack up the rear end just a little bit. These are the proper bushings for a Honda. You're going to need to mill them down, and they're not going to fit inside the stock Harley bushings, so you need to mill them down like 1mm to fit inside of the Harley bushing, because the stock Honda bolt isn't going to fit properly on the stock Harley bushing either. So it needs to go inside the Honda bushing that goes inside of the Harley bushing, which are for the bottom of the shock tower. So here you see a bolt that I've used to captivate the bottom bushing from the stock Honda springs. I will be putting that inside of the chuck of a drill, and then on the other drill I have a grinder set up, a grinding wheel, so that I can mill them together and make it perfectly round. It does take a little bit of time, but on a budget this is probably the easiest way you can do it. I don't have a lathe, so this is the fastest way you can get through doing that process. The workflow is mill until you think you have enough clearance, and then take the bolt apart, check the clearance, put it back together, and start working again. Upper suspension bushing, all you're going to have to do is sand down the inside of the stock Harley bushing to fit on the Honda factory mounting point. Okay folks, the milling is done. You can fit one bushing inside of the other so that it's safe. You can put it back inside your shock, and then you can proceed to reinstall your suspension, and you will have burly slammers lowering a Honda Magna. If you found this video helpful and you liked it, please remember to like and comment and even subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you. The second method is you get some cheap lowering brackets for a Harley tour bike, and you use their stock Harley hardware to fit over the machined Honda bushing you just made, and that will go in place of where the shock used to sit on the bottom in that captive cradle that Honda made. You'll use the same 14mm bolt from Honda, and it will be relatively safe actually, because it's very sturdy. Remember, these are adjustable heights, so you can just put the Harley bolt wherever you want, and it will place the swing arm at any ride height that you want it at. Of course, keep in mind that the more you modify the suspension of your motorcycle, the more you're going to need to pay attention to the front suspension as well, so that you don't offset the balance of the motorcycle, so that it's still safe when you are turning and riding. And that is how to slam your Honda Magna for half the money it would normally cost and still remain a softail. Please ride safe. Remember to subscribe, comment, share this with your friends. I enjoy every single one of you.